As Chuka University students, we rebuke, condemn, and reject.
TV show. My name is Prince Ronnie, and of course we're the #1 online TV show here at Chuka University. Today, guys, I've met with a number of students, and we are ready to hear what is their take on LGBTQ trading issue. Thank you very much. Welcome, my brother. What's your name, and maybe you can tell us your take on concerning LGBTQ.
Okay, I am Simeon Nyakundi, a third-year student taking agricultural extension with education. I was so shocked with this news that we received. You see, the government that is supposed to be protecting us is the one that is going against us, selling our rich African culture. Like this issue of the LGBTQ, it's not supposed to be done. That is the one supposed to protect us, but they're trading with our rich cultural heritage, the African culture, because of the relief shillings, the donors that these European countries are promising to give us. Like if you look at the Asians, the Indians, the Pakistans, such things cannot happen. Why is it that they only choose the Africans? So as Africans, we need to step up. Our leaders, they need to step up and talk about the issue. The judiciary being an independent body, they have already accepted the idea, but it's my plea that the two houses, that is the Senate and the Parliament, they get to sit down and talk about this issue so that we have a clear judgment of the way forward, because this is going to affect us. Leave alone we the youths of this era. We have already grown with our parents. Some of us have been brought up by our grandparents. They have already calculated that rich African culture in us. Take for instance the generation that is to come thereafter, our kids and the kids to our kids. Like they'll grow up knowing this thing is legal. They'll start doing it at an early age. For instance, even in the schools, these cases were there at our time while we were in high school. So with the judiciary legalizing this thing, I think it's going to be on a rampant, and it's going to affect us deeply.
Thank you very much. Maybe we can hear from our friend before I ask a number of questions.
Thank you. I'm Kibet Code Free. I do a CHED, that is a BSc Agriculture and Extension, Chuka University student. As my brother had said about the LGBTQ that have been raised in the government, it's a shock because when we talk about Malachi, when we hear at the Bible, Malachi chapter 1, it's talking about Esau being betraying the Israelites, which was a blessed nation. Now, if in Africa now we accept this, meaning it will remind us also about the Sodom and Gomorrah, which was laid down because of allowing sexual immorality and other things. And now in Kenya, we are selling most of our heritage. Now, what if we take our children away and also to get into the same issue? Where are we heading? Let's take an example. In the Bible generation, it was a created creature for man and a woman to marry, not man and a man. What is the purpose of that? It was the purpose of reproduction. How can a man and a man get to reproduce? Where are we heading to? Because you can never reproduce a man and a man, or a lady and a lady. Thank you so much. In the part of the presidency, I know when the constitution is being made or something is being added in the constitution, as our president, when he was being sworn in, that he will also defend our constitution, meaning the LGBTQ, when it is being added into the constitution, meaning if not supporting the constitution.
Okay, my name is Rafael Ayonga. I am a student at Chuka University that here taking BSc at CHED. So concerning the issue, I am going to oppose that it is illegal according, even if in our traditional norm of the society, it is illegal that a man cannot sleep with a man, a woman cannot sleep a woman. Even in Kenya today, you are wondering today, for according to the Bible chapter 6 verse 4, we are wondering that a time will come that when 7 women will come to one man claiming that let us you marry us and we will feed ourselves because we are in fear of being unmarried. So it is.
I'm Kevin Kinoti from Chuka University, pursuing a Bachelor of Agriculture, Education and Extension. So I would oppose the same about LGBTQ. It is going to destroy our culture. It is not biblical. And furthermore, it will spread a lot of diseases like Giardia, Rabria, which is spread through GSM, and HIV and AIDS. So this thing should be scrapped away. So the constitution should be revisited. And our president, we urge you that you should defend us Yes, thank you.
Do you think 16 billion was an exchange of the same idea that was given to our country, Kenya?
To me, the 16 billion cannot be compared with that. I think we have the resources. We can be able to produce enough food for ourselves. Why should we limit ourselves like we just narrow ourselves? We are being enslaved. This is so unfortunate. After gaining independence, 60 years down the line, they are still enslaving us. They are coming with these ideas also. They are just narrowing us down, and then we are giving in to their demands. And then personally, to add on the issue again, I don't think if it's right. I think for what I can tell my fellow youths out there, like we should just stand out and oppose this thing, because we are the ones who are going to be affected. If you look at these leaders, most of them, they are married, they have their wives, they have their kids. Their kids are also married, they already have their families. But what are they trying to teach us, the young people? So to me, my message to my fellow youths, let's reject these things. Let's say no to LGBTQ. Let's say no to it. Let's not embrace it. Thank you.
Thank you.
To add on the same issue, when we are making a constitution in the judiciary or amending the constitution, we have to collect some things from the ground. That meaning we are the government, and also people at the ground are the government. Meaning if some people come in consideration and put the LGBTQ to be a law, meaning it will govern us, and also we are not involved with the people of Kenya. Meaning if they must come to put in consideration to be a law, please, our president, I urge you to step out and ask them to collect some signatures as the way you have been collecting them.
Okay, my name is Jacob Israel. To finalize about this LGBTQ, the most important thing, since our study, now we are in the university, we have studied since primary, secondary, and now we are studying and we are about to finish. We have never heard of such thing being taught to us. This thing coming from the western side now want to conquering, enter into our education system. For us students, we are against it, and we are much more against it. Thank you.
I would also like to urge our religious leaders to come in and educate their congregants on these issues. Like it's not biblically right. Like earlier on, we have seen the Archbishop Anthony Muheria. He has tweeted saying that the idea is not well. I would wish that several other religious leaders, they come up with the idea and they sit down, they discuss, and then they give us the way forward.
So, our fellow Christians, I urge you, let's come together, we pray, and let's go against this bad habit of same-sexual gender engagement. So, we urge the government to come against it in strong manners, such that our people can multiply. Like we were told in the Bible, we have to marry and bring multiple people into the world. So I strongly come against it, and we urge everyone, we come in together with prayers so that we can conquer it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And as Chuka University, we say no to LGBTQ.